Today on Hopped Up Beer Review, we're going to be trying chips and... What is going on over there? Andy, we're trying to do the intro.
And I'm trying to enjoy my beer.
We're going to be trying chips and dip from Tox Brewing Company out of New Haven, Connecticut.
Thank you for joining us.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional, somewhat biased opinion about the beer that we're drinking and reviewing or eating and dipping. I don't know on this one today. I've got Andy in the attic. I've got Jay. I'm Ben. What are we sampling today?
Chips and dip. It's an interesting one from Tox Brewing. I'm highly
have enough during the
curious
intro.
about this. Yeah, he can't help himself.
This is actually, we should be having more snacks while we do the show. I'm just
get
not
some
about that.
pretzels and other things. Yeah.
This is really
All right, let's
lovely.
crack this. I want to hear you describe everything that goes into this beer.
The main ingredient is pug.
Pug. It's right there on the can.
The freshest pug from Connecticut.
Only the
So,
fresh.
a sour ale. But this is a collaboration, too. This is from Tox Brewing, collaborating with Little
Jay,
House
do
Brewing.
you want me to do this, or did you?
Yeah. All you, Andy. Okay. That's a lot to unpack.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Ben will not like this.
Well, because of one of the ingredients.
One of the ingredients Ben will not like. I actually really like those type beers, but I know
This
Ben
is.
Sorry, I just read. You're probably going to say this. The snack that drinks like a beer.
Yeah.
right.
I just saw that. It's good. All right, sorry.
This is a sour, 6.5%. It is kettle soured and carbonated. Wow. It is made with tortilla chips, mango,
Flocculent.
hot peppers, key lime, lime zest, sea salt, but not pug. That was.
Yeah.
But the reference to the pug, we all see him sitting right there.
It is
Up
pug
to the
approved.
salsa bowl.
No, there's a little toad next to him.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
It
because we all know that toads are susceptible and prone to getting in your salsa.
Yeah.
They say the flavor emulates chips, spicy mango salsa, and margs. They say that. I'm going to taste that again.
Definitely carbonated.
I guess the lime, yeah.
Yep.
Get a little bit of that. It is a collaboration between Tox Brewing Company and Little House Brewing Company. And they say that Little House supplied the chips and Tox brought the dip. Tox Brewing Company, it said New Haven on here, right? On the can.
Yes.
North Haven. However, they are, and I'll get to North Haven, because Tox, they say, is in New London, Connecticut, a microbrewery founded in 2019 by two friends who shared an obsession with craft beer and a love for experimentation. And the Tox, the name Tox, is from a background in toxicology and fascination with poisons, antidotes, and the healing power of plants. So I think this is where the North Haven comes in, because they brew both on site at the Tox Brewing Company in New London, as well as the 12% beer project in North Haven
Gypsy Brewing
that we have covered. So they've got an actual physical location, and that, as you recall, maybe other breweries that we've reviewed on this that are part of the 12% are Omnipolo with the Nebuchadnezzar, Fat Orange Cat, we've had 2 from them, and Evil Twin, we've had 2 from them. 2, yeah. We had a sour and an ale, I think. Little House Brewing Company out of Chester, Connecticut, is also a microbrewery. It was founded in 2017 by 2 friends who met at Vassar College in Poughkeepsie, New York. Interesting fact, the founder of Vassar College, Matthew Vassar, that would be cool. Your name is Master Vassar? What an awesome name. Matthew Vassar. He made a fortune in the brewing world. Pretty cool. So, brewing and selling, I don't know. The 2 friends who founded Little House Brewing Company, both homebrewed, and one was more of a corporate guy, and the other went into brewing, brew school to learn how to do that. The name of their brewing company, Little House, is named after the building in which they occupy, which is a little house, and it's nearly 200 years old, and it had been a meat market, post office, barbershop, and a bakery in its past lives. So I thought that was pretty neat. And it is a tiny building. When I was looking online, I was like, wow, that is a small space. So both of them collaborate with 12% Beer Project. And 12%, I don't know if I ever said this in the past. I just read articles, so I was going off, and I went into a lot on this beer. They named it 12% Beer Project because it's named after the ABV for the first beer that the owners imported from Belgium. 12% started as an importer, and then they went into nomadic brewery partnership and then contract brewing, and then they built their own brew house. And that's where we are today, and that's my cue to drink.
I think you should drink.
There you go. Yeah. Well, I mean, you should have brought enough to share with everybody.
It would be nice to follow up with that heat.
They're not our sponsors.
Making me having to edit noise out of this thing.
Nobody wants to hear you anymore.
Has anybody had this one?
No, nobody's had this one.
All right, Jay, you're up. What do you think?
This is a very unique beer. There are people that I feel either love or hate these type of beers. When you get into spiced beers or uniquely flavored beers such as pickle beers, things like that, there's a certain market that they have to appeal to. To say this is just a sour and you hand this to somebody, they're going to be like, what the hell did you just do to me? It has a really nice burn to it.
Violated you. What did you
it hasn't violated me. I like spicy.
No, it's like, what did you just do to me? It's like, there should be certain levels of consent with your beer. Is that what you're saying?
Right. So, even on the aroma on this one is a tremendous amount to unpack. The first sip, the lime comes through heavy. It's very carbonated. The mango is there. It's subtle. The hot pepper is all over the back end of it. I don't know what a tortilla chip would taste like in a beer, but I don't get that. And, any sea salt I'm not getting out of this because everything else is overpowering it between the lime and the hot pepper. the can art I love, the theory I love behind it. I am actually a fan of spicy beers. I've enjoyed them over the years. But like I said, people either love them or hate them. This one for me, it's probably over the top on what they're trying to do. So I'm just going to rate it a 7. I might have this again if someone offered it to me just because of the novelty of it, but it's not something I'm going to seek out.
All right. I'll jump in there and go next. Let Andy savor his chips some more. I agree with a lot of what you said, Jay. Definitely, I get mango on the nose, and then when I drink the beer, this reminds me a lot of Tostitos jalapeno chips, because they have a little bit of lime to them. They have a jalapeno. They're hot, but they're not as hot as this. I mean, my lips and my throat are on fire, and that is not something I normally like. I do not like spicy things. The jalapeno chips, when I eat them, I do like them, but when I eat them, it's a very mild hot, extremely mild. This is way over the top for me. Now, I will say that based on what they're trying to do, I think they executed very well on it. Uh, I think that I don't get a lot of the mango on the flavor. I get some, so I guess really I should say it's like dipping one of those chips in just a little bit of mango, some sort of mango dip.
What's this? Spicy mango salsa.
salsa.
That's what they call it.
I don't get a lot of it on the taste. I get it on the nose, but I guess what I'm saying is if the easiest way I could equate that is to take a Tostitos jalapeno chip and dip it in some sort of mango salsa, to equate the flavor as much as I can. So I'm going to say I don't hate this one. I don't know if I'm personally going to be able to finish it simply because of the heat. That was going to be one thing. I'm going to have a little more of it, and then we'll see. But this one's a little hot for me because I do not like spicy really at all. So I'm going to give them a higher score, even though I don't have to have this beer ever again. I'm going to give them a 6 based on they executed on what they were going for here. Is it my cup of tea? Not so much. Do I appreciate what they were doing? Absolutely. So 6 there. Maybe if I had a bag of chips and Andy would have shared some, then maybe it would fit a little better.
I'm sorry, it's still going to burn your belly.
Yeah. So
I mean, you can stop doing that. I'm just going to edit all that out. Because people don't want to hear what I'm hearing in my ear.
Well, then stop talking.
What you got, Andy?
Whew. That opened my sinuses.
I picked this up when we were in October. I chose this one. I can't remember if I got this one in Birmingham or Huntsville.
Hop City.
Okay. Yeah. I just remember seeing it and I was like, yes, enough said. That they made a sour with chips in it. I in my mind, I was like, are we going to have floaters of tortilla chips, in there, the little chunkage? So there's a bit of flocculence at the base.
Yeah, the base I have some.
And when I saw it, I was like, how in the world are they going to do this? But they did it. It's a fun novelty beer. And I like spicy stuff like you, Jay. And I don't mind a spicy beer. And it does get you in the back of the throat. You get the pucker, the tart. It's a sour, true to
that lime.
Yeah, and it tastes, reminiscent of the margarita from the lime, and you get the spicy mango, and I guess a bit of saltiness. Doesn't make me think of chip, but I mean, they're doing what they said they did.
I hadn't thought about that, but it could be like a spicy margarita.
Mm-hmm.
In a lot of ways.
I'm a fan. I like it, and I've got another, so I'm going to indulge and savor it. I think I'll on my next guac and talk night. I'll probably while I'm making the guacamole, have this just sip on. This is fun. 7.5.
What do you talk about on Guac and Talk Night?
Hey, we talk about guac.
Oh.
Yeah.
He whips it all up right there.
Right there at the table.
On the video.
Whatever the customers want.
It's on video.
Guac and talk night.
Could you drink a 4?
Andy's Kitchen channel.
Gotcha. Yeah, we'll put the link down below for that.
We talk about our days. How was your day? Well, what type of day was it? Was it a good day or a bad day?
Yes. That's how this show feels like sometimes, doesn't it? Could you drink a 4-pack of this in one sitting?
No.
Could you drink 2 of these in one sitting?
Yeah. I wouldn't want to drink a 4-pack.
Right.
But that's
maybe
to go for most beers.
Yeah, it's a lot of beers. Yeah. You wouldn't want to. I'm saying like this. I'm going to struggle to get through one if I get through one.
I'm starting to feel it in my ear a little bit. The heat is making its way through the was that the Eustachian canals? I don't know.
You tell us.
Yeah.
That is going to be a 6.8 for the chips and dip from Tox Brewing Company. Definitely one that is interesting. And, to Jay's point, if you need your sinuses opened up, you can skip the pharmacy aisle and just grab some of these and you will be all set. But definitely a nice and interesting novelty beer. Appreciate you checking out this video. If you've made it this far and I don't know why you'd still be watching since Andy's over there munching. But if you've made it this far, we'd appreciate a subscription. We are trying to get to 500 subs by the end of 2025, and we could definitely and would appreciate your help for that. And if you've already subscribed, give us a thumbs up. We got a bunch of other links down below. I'm tired of watching Andy eat. For Andy in the attic and Jay, I am Ben. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
I didn't bring the dip because it doesn't make a lot of noise.